Guys, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, very nice to be here.
How are you?
Very well. Rob took the train in today and got in safe and sound. And
Smooth via rail food. Love it.
Not too bad. I've taken that train to Kingston a bunch of times. It's lovely
very
out there.
nice.
Eh? Yeah.
Very nice.
Next
no
thing
more
you know-
time on the 401. I'm done with it.
You know what? I think you've had enough time on the roads of Canada, Rob. I
have.
I think you'd be forgiven for never taking a highway ever again. Justin, can you tell me about Good Man? I mean, I assume it's about someone specific, right?
yeah, it's Good Man is about a friend of mine who was dealing with a pretty hard methamphetamine problem. And, it is a song about addiction at the core, but, I sort of wanted to flip it on its head and because I think a lot of addicts are told that they're bad people, and I'm of the mind that underneath this addiction there is a good person.
Yeah.
And it, to me, it's all reflected in the chorus. It's all about connection and communication, and tell me what your life was like. Tell me what led to this. Nature, nurture. The last verse dealing with my friend's upbringing. I just wanted to explore the addictive personality from a different sort of standpoint.
It's a hard place to get because I think, currently we're really, really quick to judge.
Yes.
Especially anyone who might let us down.
Yeah.
Anyone who we're worried about who doesn't live up to the standard we expect. It takes a lot sometimes these days to have that sort of empathy, right? To figure out why did you make that decision?
Yeah, I totally agree. And when they do make that decision, it's easy to sort of to shovel dirt on them. But I think I'm trying to take the tact of understanding their situation, understanding the severity of it.
Has your friend heard the song?
I haven't told him that it's about him yet.
Right.
I don't know if I will. I don't really feel like it's my...
Oh, he knows now.
Yeah, he might.
He's listening to CBC right now.
Yeah,
going, you're talking about me, for God's sake,
We'll see. I don't want. He's got enough to deal with, so I don't want to bring it up.
The glamour and spotlight put on him right now, he doesn't necessarily need that.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because I often wonder, when you write songs about someone, what is the etiquette?
Yeah, and I'm struggling with that because this is my 8th album, and I don't really write from personal experience. Very rarely. Most of it's fiction. I subscribe to the Nick Lowe sort of style of songwriting, where other people's lives are more interesting than mine. So I've tried with a couple songs on this record, Good Man being one of them, of actually talking about certain aspects of my life. And that being one of them.
Well, I'm not surprised because Passages, the name of the record is Passages, right? Mm-hmm. And just knowing you a little bit as I do from seeing you mainly at the Cameron House, like seeing you in around Toronto, yeah. I know that you've moved out to the country and then you moved back and you're married now, right?
Yeah.
And you've got a youngster on the way.
Yeah, in 6 weeks. Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah, just came from an ultrasound this morning. It's kind of crazy. Saw him yawn. He yawned in the womb.
How does that make you feel?
Kid's already bored.
Yeah. Kid's already going.
But yeah,
really,
you're right. There was about 4 years ago, the short story is I sold my house. I was sort of Toronto'd out. I was citied out.
Yeah.
And I'm being an impulsive person. I sold my house in Toronto. I found a place in the country where I didn't know many people. I lived there for 2 years. I didn't have a drop of alcohol for 2 years. And I met my woman who is now my wife. And things just sort of seem to settle up and settle in. So, hence, sort of the title of the album, Passages. I just feel like the important passages of this novel, which is my life, have happened very recently.
Well, it's like maybe it's not surprising to me then that you're writing personally, because you're actually having beautiful experiences that are worth writing about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I do, I did write a song for my wife on the new album. Wrote this song for my friend. I'm trying to break out of my shell here.
I know. I had a friend of mine. He was like 18 years old, and he was writing pretty good songs. And I think this producer was like, just do 2 years of just nothing. Let's go around, live some life, because then you'll have something to write about.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. That's a good point.
It sounds like you have a lot to write about. It's a beautiful record. Rob, how did you guys first meet?
How did we first meet? Well, I became a fan. I was walking along Richmond Street one day, hot and sweaty, and I stopped into what used to be a Chapters or an Indigo on Richmond.
Yeah, up the road there. Yeah.
And I heard music playing, and I said, I love this song. This is fantastic. It was Too Sober to Sleep, and I went up to the guy in the record section and said, what's the record playing? I'll take a copy of that. Do you have any other records by that guy? Yeah, I'll take that too. And so I kind of became a fan, and I was into it. Mm-hmm. And then Justin got in touch when he did an album of hip tunes and just wanted to let us know he was doing it. And I just said, hey, full steam ahead. I love that you're doing it, and I'm a huge fan. He told me that he was moving to Prince Edward County, which is kind of my backyard. Mm-hmm. And I said, come on over for coffee. We just had coffee a few times and chatted, and then he mentioned that he was doing a new album. Do you want to come and play on a tune or a couple tunes or every tune?
Well, I heard it was like he wanted you on one tune. You were kind of like,
no. Well, it's like, we've been asked to do movie soundtracks before. It's like, no, we want to do the whole thing, all the incidental music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just, I didn't want to bother you. I didn't know if you were busy. So I said, hey, do you want to play on a tune or two? And you said, just a tune or two.
How dare you?
I want the whole thing.
That must be meaningful to you. I mean, also, it must have been terrifying to call up Rob when you were making that hip record, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When I released Daredevil, I just wanted Rob and the guys to know what I was doing, just in case they didn't want me to do it, or I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it was, when I reached out, it's where I knew Gord a bit. So Gord famously said to me, when I told him I was doing an album of Tragically Hip songs, he said, well, it sounds like career suicide to me. But yeah, then I got in touch with Rob, and I was flattered to hear he had a few records. And then by the time we went to record Passages, we had already sort of established a friendship. So reaching out to Rob to play on the record was, we'd already, jammed a few times and hung out. So
does it do anything then to your creative process, collaborating with someone like Rob on this record?
Definitely. Well, having, we did all the beds together, and just having Rob with the band in the studio, it was a really tremendously creative environment, and we had some really great ace musicians on the record, and having Rob there was key. It wouldn't be the record it is without him. Rob, it's
nice to hear you play guitar again.
I play every day.
Yeah, I don't get to hear you every day. I stand outside your house, but you don't let me in.
I know you're not there because I'm sitting on the porch in my undershirt playing the banjo, just to embarrass my son.
But it's nice to hear you again. Is this the first time you've been? Because you guys did a couple of shows recently, right?
Yeah, we did 4 shows earlier this year, and I played on an album by Emily Fennell, Miss Emily, and the Gord Sinclair produced, and did some shows on that. So, I'm out there picking away at stuff. I don't really, I don't have a great desire to be out on the road on an endless tour.
Yeah.
But
I wonder why.
I kind of done it, but I really enjoy playing music with people and collaborating, or just seeing if I can be of aid in some way.
Do you still play a little bit with the boys in the hip or anything?
Not much. Gord Sinclair and I once in a while, and I've played with Paul a couple of times.
Good.
I'm in touch with the guys on a regular basis, but we played a lot together.
Yeah, you're goddamn right you did. Yeah. Just knowing you guys were coming in, that's what everyone was asking. We had Dan Aykroyd on the other day.
Yeah.
And Dan was saying the same thing. When are the guys going to start playing again? When are the guys going to back in? I think he wanted to audition to be the singer, or something like that. But you must be getting that a lot, hey?
Yeah, people want, certain people want that. They want us to be out there, and I don't see it.
No,
I don't think so. We did it. Had an incredible run. It tied up in a great little bow, and I think anything now would be denouement, or it's not going to surpass what went before. So why would we?
I get it, man. I get it. So Justin, bringing it back to this new record, I'm thinking about the Passages. Just talking to Rob about how things have changed musically for him over the years, and I was just thinking that you're getting ready to have a youngster in about 6 weeks. Are you thinking about how that might change things? It might be better to ask you in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about how that might change things for you going forward?
I have nothing but as long as I have a healthy child, I'm totally happy, and that's my one wish, and I can't, I've had enough of myself. I just turned 40 too, so I've had 40 years of alone time as far as I'm concerned, and I'm ready to devote myself to raising another human being, and I don't know. I think it'll be a challenge, obviously, but yeah, I'm super stoked, and I know he'll have the greatest mother in the world, so that's really important too. And yeah, I guess I won't be seen for a while, but I don't know. Who knows?
Rob, you got any advice for him?
No. You just have to roll with the punches, really. And there'll be lots of time to get out and play music, but don't miss a minute of your kids growing up. It goes by so fast, and I miss so much of it.
How old now for you?
My son's 25.
Oh my God.
He's got a band. I think you guys maybe even play their songs sometimes. Cassador.
I think we have, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, their album's coming out soon. I got to produce a few tracks on the record.
Beauty.
But yeah, I missed probably half his birthdays, and I missed half my anniversaries, and
Right.
It's hard.
I was supposed to be away actually in Kingston at the end of July. My son's due early July, and I canceled that.
Yeah. Good plan.
It's the right thing to do.
If all goes according to plan, about 24 years from now, you'll be on your front step in a tank top playing banjo.
Well, I've got the banjo.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be there too.
Maybe I'll play. Listen, you wear the tank top. I'll play the banjo.
Yeah.
Everything will be all right.